Hello everybody, my name is Eric and I'm just going to take you through MyDocKe. MyDocKe basically is a system that reduces medical insurance fraud, and basically the system is just a link between the insurance side and the doctor's side. So basically we are going to demonstrate how a patient goes to a hospital. He goes to the hospital, assigned a visit ID by the reception, to him going to the doctor for treatment, to the insurance being made, and to the insurance company seeing the claims digitally. Thank you. So I'm just going to begin by logging in as a reception. So earlier we had created a reception agent by the name Kenwa. So I'm just going to log in the the reception. This is the reception panel. So under this panel, the reception is the one who is receiving patient. So once a patient visits, the system assigns him a visit ID. So the patient just goes to the reception. He gives the reception his ID number. So I'm just going to use an ID number of a reception of a patient that we had created earlier. So once a patient visits a hospital, the reception, he gives the reception his ID number. So this is a typical example of an ID number of a patient that we had created earlier. Okay. $89 $620. So once the patient gives the reception his ID number, the system itself assigns the patient a visit ID, and you can see now the patient can now proceed to the doctor. So the reason why we have assigned the patient a visit ID is to ensure that this is first of all to check whether this person who has given us his ID, does he have an insurance policy, and with which hospital, with which insurance firm. Then we are going to further ensure that the person who has presented, the person who has been assigned the visit ID is the same person that the doctor is going to meet and treat at the doctor's panel. So the visit, so the patient now gets from gets out of the the patient now is out of the reception and now proceeds to see a doctor. So we are going to demonstrate next on how the doctor is going to use the platform. So now that we have registered the patient under the reception and assigned him a visit ID, the doctor is going to use MyDocKe app to ensure that the person who presented his ID at the reception is the same person who is going to use this insurance claim. So we're just going to log in into the doctor's panel. Okay, so this is where now the patient takes the face scan of the patient to ensure that the patient face matches the visit ID that he was assigned by the reception. This one reduces all chances of impersonation by the patient. It ensures that the person who is using this insurance policy is the same person who is sick. So we are going to take a face scan of this person. Yeah, so now the patient has been scanned by the doctor, and as you can see, once the face matches the same ID, the visit ID, now the doctor is able to see the system itself auto-generates a code that will be used by the doctor now to create a claim and make a claim and basically put all his diagnosis. So I'm just going to log in into the doctor's web portal, whereby he's going to put the digital claim. So now once the doctor has scanned the face of the patient and it matches the visit ID, the doctor now is able to get a code that he uses to make the digital claim. So within our system we generated the code. So the code, so now we're going to input the code so that now the doctor can make the claim. Yeah. I forgot that was a Y. Yeah. And there is a slash there. So as you can see now, the doctor is able to retrieve all information about this patient, and he's going to submit a diagnosis of this patient digitally. So I'm just going to come up with a rough description. So maybe this patient had a terrible headache. So maybe we're just going to put headache as a symptom, as a description. Oh my god. Alright. And we are going to say maybe for consultation, maybe he charges him $100, and then he assigned him some Panadol. Maybe it was a whole week's diagnosis at 100 shillings. And this patient never went to see the lab, nor was there imaging. So we are going to write the status. Maybe this one was just a new visit. Was it serious? It was not. So this is the patient was allowed to go home, and then the date of attendance, we are going to mark it as and this was just a primary headache. Yeah. So now we are going to submit now this claim, and as you can see from here, it reads very clearly that once this claim has been made digitally, you cannot retrieve. Alright, so once this claim has been made, the doctor also has to scan the physical form, whereby he has written, it's the same form that he has gotten all these details from, and from the app he's going to scan it and upload it to the patient, so that now once the form has been submitted, he cannot have any room for maybe inflation of the prices, or maybe, yeah. So we're going to submit this claim. Yeah, then go back to the app so that we can take a screenshot of the same.
Please usifunge hapa.
Yeah, so basically now we are going to take an image of the physical form that the doctor has written. This one ensures that the doctor, once he's left with the form by the patient, is not going to add any maybe add figures or maybe inflate some prices. Whatever he has written, it's final. So we're going to take a scan. And remember this medical form is assigned the same code, so that once the physical form is taken physically, it has to match. Yeah, so this is the form, we are going to submit it. Yeah, the patient has gone through the reception, he has gone to the doctor, he has been treated, and the claim has been made digitally, and the form was given the code that was used during making the digital claim. So right now we want to move now to the other panel, which is the insurance side, whereby now the person who is going to verify the claim is going to log in. We had earlier created a user, benny@gmail.com. So this is an insurance agent, and basically once, so the hospital who basically makes the claim is going to visit the insurance claim verifier using the forms code, the digital codes. So we're just going to look at the code that we just created, 305, and we are going to check for this claim. So you can see clearly whatever the hospital, the doctor inputted here in the images. As you can see, the form code, it's NLY 305 and NLO. So this is where now, once everything is in order, the insurance verifier can reject this claim or approve it. So we are going to approve this form. The reason why the insurance end, they are viewing these forms digitally and comparing against the physical ones, is to ensure that the insurance, at the end of the insurance, they do not inflate the prices or make arrangements with hospitals to try to inflate prices and maybe talk at a corner somewhere. So basically that's a complete journey, and that is how MyDocKe works. We have both ends. Everything works securely to ensure that there is no point in which there is a fraud.